Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the Sports on Number channel, and specifically, welcome here to my review of This Is Us episode entitled Sometimes, which first time I saw that made me think of the Britney Spears song Sometimes, which was a great song. Loved it. Come on now, I'm a 90s kid. That was the first thing I thought of when I saw the title of this week's episode of This Is Us Season 3, Episode 7. Right, the rated out of 5 stars, probably give it 3.5, maybe 4. Let's give it 4 to 5. It was a good episode as always, but we'll see. But here we go. Put a pin in however you're feeling about Randall's campaign, or at least a piece with it, and the Kate and Toby drama indifferent, because This Is Us is going on some field trips this week. Pack your early pajamas in honor of a 20-something Rebecca who likes to be toasty when she sleeps, because we're all headed to a war-ravaged Vietnam, a very disappointing 1970s Los Angeles, and present-day Vietnam, complete with food poisoning and startling revelations. It's going to be fun indeed. But honestly, not much really happens plot-wise with it sometimes, but there are some great character moments. You can tell that Sus is working hard to set up the big reveal of how Nikki dies in Vietnam and why Jack never truly recovers from it, which will surely leave us all puddles on our floor crying. But that is just how that's going to be. That's how This Is Us is. And we're certainly enjoying for that. We find Jack and Nikki right where we left them, reuniting at the latrines last time we were in Vietnam. The return doesn't go well. Nikki doesn't want to be responsible for Jack coming to Vietnam and laughs in his face when Jack tells him he is going to take care of him. Nikki is clear on something or has lost his mind, or both. Jack pleads with Nikki's commanding officer to let him take him back to his unit so he can help him get his head on straight. He even tells a very movie story about Nikki saving spiders when they were kids. But neither the CO nor the U.S. Army are swayed by an emotional stirring Jack Pearson's speech. The commanding officer sends Jack back to his fishing village on foot, so Jack has to ask a man for a motorcycle ride back to his camp, not knowing anything about this guy. Is he good? Is he bad? Who knows? The fact that the man takes Jack on his motorcycle points to good. The bag full of cans the man hands over to be made into landmines is otherwise. Jack goes on his whole excursion with this man, which ultimately doesn't pay off the way this seems to want it to. Although maybe that guy will show up again, who knows? Jack makes it back to the fishing hole or fishing village, and the next day Nikki's CO arrives with Jack's brother in tow. He'll give Jack 2 weeks to Nikki. But yeah. Once again, we're waiting to learn about whatever tragedy befalls the Pearson brothers in Vietnam. Whatever it is, Jack most definitely does not want to talk about it while on his road trip to Los Angeles with the gorgeous girl he met just a week ago. But seriously, Rebecca's mom is which monster, but she's right to ask her daughter if she really thinks it's a good idea to travel across the country with a stranger. Yeah, she has to get to know LA to play her demo for the recording executives, but Jack doesn't even have it. So, who knows? Who knows? Who cares? I know it's already interesting, but and be where that be. Not even she can really explain it. She just wants to be where Jack is. After some awkward conversation about how they both love turkey sandwiches, things smooth out. They have an adorable day that includes slow dancing, talk about how Jack doesn't cry anymore, and a very good kiss on tightly pajamas. That damn Jack and Rebecca don't waste much time before sleeping together. Hotel rooms with 2 beds quickly make way from hotel rooms with 1 bed. You know what I mean? As you get a little tense after Rebecca notices Jack having some pretty terrible nightmares as he refuses to talk about it. After champagne cork popping makes Jack skittish at Rebecca's friend's house party, he tries to explain a little more. He just can't talk about what happened over there or his brother. He doesn't want to bring that tragedy into this wonderful thing that's happening between the two of them. Rebecca accepts this and understands. The next day, Rebecca goes to her label meeting after she's left unsatisfied by the executives' keep in touch response to her song. She demands clarification. So Rebecca, unfortunately, he clarifies by telling her that she's very good, so it's a sort of thanks but no thanks situation. But still, it's always nice to get a reminder of how strong-willed Rebecca is. Meanwhile, Jack has an excursion of his own. He goes to visit the parents of Twirl, the soldier who he saw die after stepping on a landmine while playing football. But the scene is, she tells them the story of how their son died, and the entire thing is just mentioning the guilt he feels. Because dad holds Jack and tells him it's not your fault. This is all that's there. But that's not the emotional. Remember that I was referring to before. There is more. There is always more here. This Is Us. And it's emotional moments, which is why it's a great show. That's why I say if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. If anything, give it a shot. Give it one episode chance, and I think you're going to find that you're interested. Even if you watch one of the episodes now here in this third season, it'll make you, at least hopefully, make you want to catch up and truly understand it, which then will make it even more of deep emotional moments and scenes and in moments and in episodes and whatever in this third season, because the backstory in a sense. But remember how This Is Us done. It's done from almost like I guess in a sense, happy ever after, but later on in their lives, and it's backtracking through the seasons of little bits and pieces of their lives of the past. And you as the fans putting that all together for these characters. That's why it's great. That's why it's good. And that's why also it's so awesome. But moving right along here, Jack picks up Rebecca from her meeting, and after calling her back for the first time, this is this point in the holiday I didn't know I needed to be looking out for, he asked her to sing. She was regular with dishes. Beck, sing for me. That's me paraphrasing, but you know what Jack said, or Jack was thinking. Also, so Rebecca starts singing, and Jack can't hold back the tears. He tries his hardest, but the tears cannot be stopped. Rebecca is startled at the sight and pauses because, Jack doesn't cry. But she realizes how much he needs this. So she keeps singing, and he keeps crying. In this part of the community of This Is Us fans, who knows? This one is brutal. If Milo doesn't win awards for this work this season, I won't do anything because there are more important things in life, but I will be very sad and upset. He's never been better. It's been great. Before we go, there's one more trip to talk about. Kevin and Zoe land in Vietnam. They have a few days before traveling to the fishing village where Robinson's photo of Jack and the mystery woman is from. And already Kevin is feeling more connected to his father. But the feeling quickly goes away when Kevin discovers that his father's necklace is all over the place. Sold in every souvenir stall in the entire country of Vietnam, apparently. But this first step in Kevin's Vietnam journey isn't really about Jack. It ends up being about him and Zoe. After Zoe tells Kevin not to tag her in pictures on Instagram, not because he said being a cheese, as in just something, but because her dad lives in China and she doesn't want him knowing she's so close. Kevin gets curious. He doesn't relent in asking for information about her father, her past, her deal with her own father. Even when Zoe gets food poisoning from some bad bats she ate, she goes in for the emotional, stirring Jack Pearson speech. He tells Zoe that his dad kept the first 28 years of his life from his mother, and she was okay with that. But he wouldn't be. Kevin wants to tell Zoe everything and wants to know everything about her. But if she doesn't want that, well, then that's okay too. He'll make do with not knowing because he's falling in love with her. So what happened with Jack and Rebecca are happening here with their son, son and his girl. So only it's the opposite, right? Right? Isn't that just how a TV show would do it? It's the exact opposite. Just like on Raven's home, the continuation of that. So Raven, where it's not a daughter having the powers, it's her son. Woo! So in this case, it's a female having the issue did not want to share, or with Jack in the other side of things, and it's Kevin now being like the Rebecca, being like, okay, if you don't want to tell me, I'll understand. I'm falling for you. If you don't want to share that past, you don't have to. But when you do want to, I'm here to listen. Though he doesn't say that, but I'm sure that's what he's thinking and feeling, and I already will say it. Because that's how that's done. Oh, it's real. It's dang. But alright. So takes that in and then finally reveals that she's been holding back from him. Her father sexually abused her when she was young. Unlike Jack, who always believed he had to keep his tragedy a secret in order to protect his relationship, Zoe believed that keeping that tragedy hidden would ruin them, or ruin what she has with Kevin, because she's falling in love with him too. Kevin's at a loss, and all he can do is reach out for her. Friendly reminder: this is spam. Never ask joke any sadder because the answer is always yes, yes. 1,000 times yes, because so already. See, they're in the same realm of thinking, and I certainly love it for that. I certainly am happy that that was really done. It was a very good result to do that, because she could have held it in. She could have, after learning the story of Kevin's father and their relationship and how it did work out, but they were happy together with Rebecca and Jack, sharing their lives together, family and otherwise. Now here in this generation, in their relationship specifically, they take a different approach to actually reveal the deep, dark secrets, let alone secret, about her father sexually abusing her when she was young. Damn. I want to talk about a damn moment. That was a dang moment. Indeed, because I didn't really expect that to be the secret of the big thing. Why her and her father had a strained relationship. Then again, I didn't know exactly where I thought it was going, but either way. Either way, it certainly was entertaining there. But yeah, for those that are wondering, I'm wearing this army hat. It is winter time. I'm wearing it indoors just for this week of videos. I'm wearing my Brewers shirt here, baseball. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this moves forward here for this great show that is This Is Us. But I thank all those that watch live, those watching archive, and otherwise, I'm going to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you know when the next video goes live here on this very channel. The next video I'll be doing probably be my NFL podcast here, and then moving on to the wrestling podcast tonight by the rest of the on the channel. So hopefully, I'm sure you all will have a great rest of your day. Enjoy it. And above all else, as always, take care.